He found out I cheated in our own bed. Now he pretends I don't exist, but won't explain why the house no longer felt like a home. It was silent, not the peaceful kind but the kind that screams in your ears. He hadn't said a word in days. Not since that night. The night he walked in and saw something he wasn't supposed to. Something I never thought he'd discover. My body had betrayed him. His trust had been shattered by the sound of moans that didn't belong to him. And now, he walks past me as if I don't exist. And I don't. Not to him. I'm a ghost in our home. A woman who lost everything in the heat of lust. A woman who touched, kissed, and gave herself to someone else. Right where we once made love. Now, those same sheets that once carried our passion reek of guilt. It started as something stupid. Something that didn't matter. Flirt. Text. A smile that lasted too long. I was hungry, not for food but for attention. For affection. For something I couldn't describe but felt I was missing. He was busy. Always working. Always tired. I just wanted to feel alive again. And when that other man touched me. When he whispered that I was beautiful. I didn't stop him. I let him explore me, take me, claim me. And I betrayed the man I once promised forever. But I never thought he'd find out. He did. He walked in right when my back was arched, when my fingers clawed the sheets, when my body screamed in pleasure. I didn't see him until it was over. Until shame soaked my skin, and my heart dropped into my stomach. He didn't yell. He didn't throw anything. He just stood there, eyes dead. Like his soul had been ripped out. He turned around, closed the door behind him, and never looked back. Now I wake up every morning beside an empty space. He still sleeps in the same bed sometimes, but as far away as possible. He doesn't touch me. Doesn't speak. His silence cuts deeper than any insult ever could. And the worst part. He won't explain. He won't cry. He won't scream. He's just cold. Like I'm nothing. But I am something. I'm broken. I'm filled with guilt, shame, pain. Miss him. I want him. I crave his touch, even when I know I don't deserve it. Every kiss I gave to someone else, I want to take back and plant on his lips instead. I want to beg. I want to scream. But he won't listen. And I don't know how to fix this. The days are long. The nights are worse. Sometimes I touch myself and cry, because I remember how he used to make love to me. Low. Hungry. He knew every inch of me. Every moan. Every weakness. He knew how to kiss my soul, not just my skin. But now he walks by like I'm invisible. Like the memories never existed. I tried talking to him once. I stood in front of him bare, hoping he'd look at me. I whispered, "Please talk to me." But he just walked past. His shoulder brushing mine with no warmth. I collapsed on the floor and cried like a child. He didn't turn around. And that broke me. I tried seducing him. I wore the dress he once said made him hard just by looking at me. I made his favorite dinner. Lit candles. Played soft music. Waited. He came home, saw everything and walked to the guest room. I slept on the floor that night, touching myself slowly, sobbing, remembering the way he used to whisper filthy things in my ear. How he'd growl when I begged. How he'd grab my throat gently and ask who I belonged to. Now I belong to regret. Sometimes I imagine forcing a confrontation. Pushing him against the wall. Kissing him hard. Forcing him to feel the fire that still burns in me for him. I want him to hate me out loud, not silently. I want him to punish me, scream at me, spank me, fuck me like he used to when he was angry. I want him to take back what's his. But instead he's distant. Emotionless. The worst part is not knowing what he's thinking. Is he planning to leave? Is he seeing someone else? Did he fall out of love? Or does he still love me but hate himself for it? I stalk his social media, hoping for a clue. I check his phone when he sleeps, but it's locked. I wait outside the bathroom when he showers, hoping he'll pull me in like old times. But nothing. He's silent. Always silent. One night I cornered him. Naked. Begging. I dropped to my knees and whispered that I missed him. that I wanted to feel him again, that no one ever made me feel the way he does. I tried to unzip his pants, but he stepped back. I looked up, eyes full of tears, lips trembling, and he said only one thing. "Don't." He walked away again. The pain was unbearable. I cried myself to sleep, touching the spot where his hand used to rest every night. The next morning I bled. Maybe stress, maybe guilt, maybe my body trying to punish me. I didn't tell him. And now I'm planning something dangerous. I'm going to recreate our memories. Every one of them. I'll take him back to the places we made love. I'll wear what I wore when he first said, "I want you." I'll cook what we ate the night he first told me he loved me. I'll touch him like I did when we couldn't wait to get home. I'll remind him of what we had. What we still have, if he'll let it live again. But the real twist. Found something. A note under his pillow. I wasn't supposed to see it. It wasn't addressed to me. I saw it coming. I just never thought it would hurt this much. And suddenly I realized he knew. Long before he caught me. He knew I was slipping. He knew I was looking elsewhere. And he waited. Hoping I'd return. Hoping I'd choose him before it was too late. But I didn't. And now I have to fight for him. Not with tears. Not with words. But with everything I have. I have to seduce his soul again. Make him feel the love I never stopped having. The love I misplaced. Misused. And if I fail, then I lose him forever. But I won't let that happen. Even if I have to crawl. Seduce. Lead. Even if I have to break him open just to get him to look me in the eye again. I'll do it. Because the man who pretends I don't exist is the only one who makes me feel alive. The air between us was still thick with silence. Not hatred, not rage. Something worse. Cold indifference. He didn't look at me. Didn't acknowledge my tears, my attempts, my breakdowns. It was like living with a stranger who used to be the love of my life. A man who once couldn't keep his hands off me now wouldn't even meet my eyes. And I had no one to blame but myself. The memories haunted me more than any nightmare. His kisses. His warmth. The way he used to pin me down and whisper that I was his. I was his. But now, I was nothing. His touch, once my addiction, had become a ghost. I was starving. Not for sex, but for his attention. His anger. His love. Something. Anything. So I made a plan. One last shot. One last night to remind him what we were before I ruined it. Cooked his favorite meal. Wore the red lace lingerie he once ripped off me in a hotel room. I lit candles in every room. Played our old playlist, the one we used to make love to for hours. The house smelled like desire and desperation. And then I waited. He came home late. As usual. His eyes scanned the room. The candles. The food. Me. But his face didn't change. No anger. No lust. No recognition. Just tired eyes. And that broke me all over again. "I'm leaving in a few days," he said coldly. "I've signed the divorce papers. You'll get them soon." Collapse. Just dropped to my knees, sobbing, begging, shaking. "Please," I whispered. "Please don't leave me. I'll do anything. I'll fix this. I'll love you better. I swear. You had your chance." His voice was low. "Hello. And you let someone else have you in our bed." Crawled to him. Hugged his legs. "Let me make it right, please. Touch me. Hate me. Hurt me. Just don't leave." He stared down at me. Something shifted in his eyes. Something raw, dark, hungry. He reached down, grabbed my face roughly, pulled me up and shoved me against the wall. His lips crashed into mine. Not lovingly, but with fury. He kissed me like he wanted to erase the other man from my lips. His hands were rough, fast, unforgiving. He tore my lingerie apart and lifted me onto the table, biting my neck, grabbing my throat just tight enough to make me gasp. "You want me to touch you?" he growled in my ear. "Like this." He slid his hand between my legs and made me scream, but not from pleasure yet, from shock, from how angry he felt through every touch. You think I forgot how your body reacts to mine? He whispered as he slid deep inside me without warning. It was fast, brutal. He didn't stop. My legs shook. My breath caught. Moaned. Cried. I clawed his back. He took me on the table on the floor against the door. He made me remember who I belonged to. And for a few minutes, I thought he'd forgiven me. But when it was over, he pulled away, zipped up, and said nothing. I was still trembling. My thighs ached. My heart pounded. My skin was bruised from his grip. But he just walked to the bedroom and shut the door. Alone. I crawled into the shower, letting the water wash away his scent, my shame and my broken hopes. I thought that night would fix us. But it just reminded me of how far I'd fallen. Days passed. No change. Until I found the photo album. It was buried in the closet. Full of our pictures. Mail. Kisses. Travels. The love that used to be real. The back was a note. A note I'd never seen before. If you ever cheat on me, I'll never scream. I'll never cry. I'll just disappear from your heart forever. It was dated 2 years ago. He knew. He always knew the possibility. And now he was fulfilling his promise. But I couldn't let him go without telling him everything. So I waited one night. Cornered him again. Naked. Sobbing. You want to leave. Fine. But you need to hear this first. He didn't speak. But he didn't walk away either. I was lonely. I was stupid. I was weak. But I never stopped loving you. Not for 1 second. He didn't mean anything. It wasn't about him. It was about me. My emptiness. My insecurities. My craving for something I thought I lost. But it was always right here. In you. He looked down, jaw clenched. I touch myself to the memory of your hands. I cry when I remember how you used to moan my name. I ache when I hear your footsteps but know you won't come to bed. I hate what I did. But I love you more than I hate myself. Still no answer. So I went deeper. Darker. You want to punish me. Do it. Use me. Break me. Make me feel the pain I gave you. I won't stop you. I won't cry. I'll take it. 'Cause I deserve it. Because you were the only one who truly touched me. Something broke in him. He grabbed me again, this time with a pain in his eyes I'd never seen. He kissed me hard, pushed me to the bed and took me again. But this time it was different. It wasn't rage. It was sorrow. It was love buried under pain. He kissed my tears, whispered my name, told me he hated how much he still wanted me. And for the first time in months he came inside me. Low. Shaking. Afterward we lay in silence. He stared at the ceiling. I stared at him. And I knew something still wasn't right. The next morning I woke up alone. Again. But this time there was a letter on the table. I thought sex would fix it. Didn't. You gave your body to someone else, but it was my soul that broke. Love you. But I don't trust you. Not yet. Maybe not ever. I'm leaving for a while. Don't follow me. My heart stopped. He was gone. For weeks I waited. Texted. Nothing. Until one day the door opened. He was back. But not alone. He brought a woman. Beautiful. Polite. I met her during the weeks I was away, he said flatly. She's not you. But she hasn't betrayed me. My soul shattered. Are you serious? I whispered. You brought her here. I needed to know how it felt. Tears flooded my eyes. Did you sleep with her? He looked me dead in the eye. No. But the way he said it. I knew it was a lie. And now I understood. He wasn't trying to replace me. He was trying to show me what it felt like. And it worked. Cried. Begged. I screamed. But he stood firm. Cold. Silent. A mirror of my own betrayal. Eventually she left. He watched me cry in the kitchen, shaking. He walked over, held my chin, and whispered, "Now you know how it feels." Collapsed again, on the floor, writhing in pain, and he finally sat beside me. "I don't know if I can ever love you the same," he said quietly. "But I still feel something. And I hate that I do. 'Cause you destroyed me. But I don't want to lose you either." I grabbed his hand. Then let me rebuild you. Let me love you harder than ever before. Let me prove I'm still yours. He looked at me. You'll have to fight. I will. He leaned in. Kiss me. Real. And whispered. Then start now. And we did. Slowly. Painfully. With trust rebuilt brick by brick. But the twist. 3 months later I found out I was pregnant. Only his. And for the first time in a long time he smiled.